Hi, I'm James. You might be wondering how someone like me, a 32-year-old software developer who spent most of his life writing code and avoiding drama, ended up in this mess. Well, grab your popcorn because this story is wild. I met Sarah at a coffee shop near my office. She was this stunning blonde who literally crashed into my life, spilling her latte all over my laptop. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Let me buy you a new one, both the coffee and the laptop if it's broken." Her smile was infectious, and before I knew it, we were dating. My best friend Mark was skeptical from the start. "She's moving way too fast, bro. You've known her for what, 2 months?" "When you know," I defended her, completely blind to the red flags. Then came the big news. We were at my apartment when she dropped the bomb. "James, I need to tell you something. I'm pregnant." My world stopped. "Are you sure?" "Already saw Dr. Thompson. She confirmed it. She showed me a pregnancy test." "I know it's fast, but I've never been more certain about anything." I proposed the next day. Looking back, I should have noticed how she kept redirecting the conversation whenever I mentioned wanting to go to her next doctor's appointment. The wedding planning was a whirlwind. Her sister Linda seemed uncomfortable throughout the whole process. During the dress fitting, I overheard a strange conversation. "You can't keep doing this, Sarah." "Mind your own business, Linda. Everything's different this time." When I asked Sarah about it later, she laughed it off. "Oh, Linda's just being dramatic about the wedding expenses." Mark tried to warn me at the bachelor party. "Something feels off, man. Have you actually gone to any of these doctor appointments?" "She says Dr. Thompson prefers to keep initial appointments one-on-one with her patients. It's normal, right?" "Nothing about this is normal. You've known her for 3 months." But I was too love-struck to listen. The wedding was small but elegant. Sarah insisted on not having a wedding photographer, said she wanted to keep it intimate. Now I know why. It was at the wedding reception that I noticed something else strange. Sarah was drinking champagne. When I questioned her, she had an answer ready. Dr. Thompson said, "One glass is fine to celebrate. Don't be such a worrywart, honey." I caught Linda watching this exchange, her face a mixture of guilt and concern. She quickly looked away when our eyes met. Later that night, I found a crumpled note in my jacket pocket. Mark's handwriting. "Check her phone. Check her medical records. Something's not right." I tucked the note away, telling myself Mark was just being paranoid. But as I watched Sarah chat with the guests, skillfully avoiding my family's questions about the baby, a tiny seed of doubt took root in my mind. What happened next would prove that sometimes your worst suspicions aren't paranoid enough. They're just the tip of the iceberg. The morning sickness seemed to happen only when people were watching. I noticed this 3 weeks after our wedding, when Sarah would dramatically rush to the bathroom whenever my mom called to check on her. Yet when we were alone, she was perfectly fine. "How was your appointment with Dr. Thompson today?" "Oh, she had to reschedule, but everything's fine." "That's the third reschedule. Maybe we should find another doctor." "Don't you trust me? Why are you being so controlling?" That night, I got a text from Linda. "Can we meet alone? It's important." We met at a diner far from Sarah's usual spots. Linda's hands shook as she stirred her coffee. "There's something you need to know about Denver." "What's Denver got to do with anything?" "It's where Sarah lived before. She did this before, twice." My stomach dropped. "Did what exactly?" "The pregnancy thing, the quick marriage. Linda's phone buzzed. Her face went white. "Sarah's asking where I am. I can't, I'm sorry." She rushed out, leaving me with more questions than answers. I called Mark. "I need you to dig into Sarah's past in Denver." "Already on it, buddy. Check your email." The email contained screenshots of old social media posts. Sarah with different men, wearing different rings. The posts were deleted, but Mark had found archived versions. "How'd you find these?" "One of her exes reached out to me. Tom says he recognized her from our wedding photos online. He wants to meet." Tom turned out to be a software engineer like me. We met at a tech conference where Sarah wouldn't think to look for me. Let me guess. Whirlwind romance, surprise pregnancy, quick wedding. I felt sick. "How did you know?" "Because that's what she does. The pregnancy is never real. Once she gets the ring and joint accounts set up, there's always a tragic miscarriage. Then she cleans you out." "But we've seen pregnancy tests." "You can buy those online, positive ones. Check her Amazon history." I spent that night digging through our shared computer while Sarah slept. Her browser history was clean too clean, but she'd forgotten about the cloud backup of her phone. There it was, orders for fake pregnancy tests, a forum for sharing tips about faking ultrasound photos, emails to someone selling medical records templates. My phone buzzed. Mark, found something else. The real Dr. Thompson retired 3 years ago. I started documenting everything, setting up hidden cameras in our house. Sarah was getting suspicious. Why are you working late so much? Big project, you know how it is. I thought we could start shopping for baby furniture this weekend. Sure, right after your next appointment. I'd love to finally meet Dr. Thompson. The flash of panic in her eyes confirmed everything. She recovered quickly, but not quickly enough. Actually, I switched doctors. Dr. Richardson now, she's much better. That night, I got another text from Linda. I have proof, from Denver. But Sarah knows I talked to you. She's threatening to tell everyone about my past. I'm scared. Whatever she has on you, we'll handle it. Send me everything. The pieces were falling into place. Now I just needed to set the perfect trap, one that would expose every lie, every manipulation, every fake pregnancy test. And I knew exactly how to do it. The private investigator, Miss Rodriguez, spread photos across my office desk. Your wife's been busy. Here's her at the mall when she was supposedly at her doctor's appointment. And here's the package she picked up from this sketchy pharmacy. What about her medical records? No record of any Sarah matching her description at any OB/GYN in the city. But I found something better. Security footage from a printing shop where she bought medical letterhead. My phone buzzed. Linda wanted to meet again. This time, we met at a park. She looked terrible, like she hadn't slept in days. I can't live with this anymore. Sarah, she's done this 5 times, not just twice like I told you. Denver, Phoenix, Seattle, she moves to a new city each time. Why didn't you stop her? She knows things about me, about what happened in Phoenix, but I saved everything. Emails, texts, bank statements from her other marriages. She doesn't know I have them. I need those records. Already sent them to your friend Mark, but there's more. The other guys, they're willing to testify. Tom found 3 others. Miss Rodriguez called with another update. Your wife just bought a fake silicone belly online. Premium grade used by movie studios. She's planning to start showing soon. I set up a meeting with Tom and the other ex-husbands at a bar downtown. Kevin from Seattle, Ray from Phoenix, and Michael from Portland. Each story was identical to mine. She told me it was twins. Claimed her doctor was some specialist who only did phone consultations. The miscarriage happened right after she got access to my savings. Mark arrived with a USB drive. You guys need to see this. Security footage from her last 3 jobs. She's got it down to a science. The videos showed Sarah pulling the same scam, city after city, always targeting successful tech guys, always using the fake pregnancy routine. My phone rang. Sarah, the doctor wants to do a special ultrasound tomorrow. Can you take the day off? Sure, honey. What time? 2 p.m. Dr. Richardson's office on Oak Street. I muted the phone. Miss Rodriguez, is there even a doctor's office on Oak Street? Nope, it's a vacant building. Been empty for months. Perfect. Everything was falling into place. I unmuted the phone. Can't wait to finally meet your doctor, babe. After hanging up, I turned to the group. Okay, here's the plan. Linda has all the documentation. Miss Rodriguez has the surveillance. You guys have your stories. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., we're all going to be at that fake doctor's office. What about the police? Already handled. My lawyer filed the reports this morning. They'll be there too, but out of sight. We're going to catch her in the act with everything on video. Mark grinned. I'll handle the live stream. Every social media platform she's ever used to find victims. Linda texted one last time. She's shopping for props right now. Fake ultrasound machine and everything. She has no idea that you know. I checked the hidden camera feed on my phone. Sarah was in our home office, practicing her doctor's appointment script in the mirror, complete with fake tears of joy. Tomorrow those tears would be real. The empty medical office looked almost convincing. Sarah had set up a waiting room and everything. I arrived early, pretending to be nervous excited about finally meeting Dr. Richardson. Honey, you're going to love her. She's got the machine all set up for a 3D ultrasound. Can't wait to see our baby. The nurse, Sarah's friend from her scammer forum, called us back. That's when I gave the signal. Actually, before we start, I invited some people to share this special moment. Sarah's face froze as Tom, Kevin, Ray, and Michael walked in. Linda followed with a stack of documents. What is this? Who are these people? Oh, you know exactly who they are, honey. Mark stepped in with his laptop, projector ready. Should we show everyone your greatest hits? 5 cities, 5 marriages, 5 fake pregnancies? The color drained from Sarah's face. Her nurse friend tried to slip out, but ran straight into Miss Rodriguez and two police officers. "You think you're so smart? You can't prove anything." "Actually," I pulled out my phone, playing the video of her practicing her script. "We can prove everything." Linda stepped forward, dropping the files on the fake examination table, including Denver, Phoenix, and that little scam you pulled in Seattle. "You backstabbing little—" "Ma'am," one officer cut in, "we have warrants for your arrest in 3 states. Marriage fraud, identity theft, grand larceny." Sarah tried to run, but her fake pregnancy belly slipped out from under her dress. The whole thing was streaming live on every social platform she'd ever used to hunt for victims. "You ruined my life." "No, you ruined your own life, and the lives of every man you tricked, but not anymore." Her parents arrived just in time to see her being handcuffed. Her mother collapsed into a chair. "How could you do this? All those fake grandchildren." Mark had compiled a video montage of all her scams. As it played on the wall, more victims came forward in the live stream comments. "She did the same thing to my brother in Chicago. That's the woman who scammed my best friend in Houston." The police led her away, still screaming threats. Her nurse friend cracked immediately, offering to testify for a plea deal. My mom hugged me tight. "I'm so sorry we didn't see through her." "None of us did, Mrs. Walker," Linda said. "She's had years to perfect her act." 6 months later, I sat in the courtroom as the judge read her sentence. 15 years for multiple counts of fraud across state lines. No chance of parole for at least 10 years. Mark nudged me. "How you holding up?" "Better than expected. The support group for her victims is actually pretty therapeutic." "And the dating scene?" "Taking a break. But Miss Rodriguez did give me some great tips for background checks." Linda joined us for coffee after the sentencing. She'd started working with an advocacy group for fraud victims. "You know what the craziest part is? She could have had a real life, real relationships. Instead, she'll spend her best years in prison." Some people prefer the fake version of life, I guess, but hey, at least she can't fake a pregnancy in prison. The video of her arrest went viral in the tech community. Now every dating app in the country has her photo tagged with warnings. Her last Instagram post before being arrested: "Living my best life. #blessed, #baby bump, #newlyweds." Yeah, karma's got a weird sense of humor sometimes. What would you have done if you were James when you first got that warning note from Mark at the wedding? Would you have investigated immediately? Or would you have trusted your new wife? And here's something to think about. Do you believe Linda was also a victim of Sarah's manipulation? Or was she complicit in the previous scams before finally coming clean? What would you have done in Linda's position? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on where you think this story could have changed course. If you enjoyed this tale of deception and justice, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more wild true life stories like this one. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.